Cheers, Rav. Our final guest, or rather, my final guest this morning, makes a welcome return to the screens. That's going to be on Sunday night. 6 years ago, she was the centre, if you remember this, of one of Coronation Street's most gripping storylines. She played Katie Harris, and you may remember she murdered her father. Probably sort of thing you wouldn't really forget in a hurry. Exactly. But then she committed suicide, didn't she, in prison?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, and all that sort of thing. But thankfully the next role was a bit more fun. It was Goodbye Weatherfield, Hello Wild at Heart for Lucy Jo Hudson. After series 4 of the Safari drama, she took a 2-year break, but this weekend she is back, and things are never as simple as they seem. Going to hear why in a moment, but first, a quick refresher on Rosie.
For you to turn up.
Born to be wild.
We're not coming up this easily.
Born to be wild.
Rosie, leave this to the professionals.
I've done this before, Dad. I don't know what I'm doing in this place anymore, Dad.
Wow.
Okay, so Lucy Jo's back as Rosie. And what's happened to Rosie in that time?
She's gone off to university in Cape Town, and she's 4 years into being a qualified vet, so she's only got a year to do on her degree. And she comes back to Leopard's Den and tries to get the dysfunctional family back together and just be hands-on with the animals.
And is her daddy very proud of her?
Very proud. I mean, she's followed in her dad's footsteps, and they're very, very similar. And it's been great working with Stephen again, so it's been great to go back.
Is there any rivalry there between Daddy, played by Stephen, and Rosie? I mean, you know, because there's little girls growing up and there's little girls doing what he does.
Yeah. No, I just think he's proud of her. He's immensely proud, and normally she's the one looking over his shoulder and operations, and now he's the one doing that with her. He's very proud that she's gone on and done this on her own back, and it's been great being hands-on with the animals this year.
Well, nearly. Let's hold that thought. Let's have a look at the reunion between Daddy and Rosie, and then we're going to talk more about animals and being hands-on after this.
Okay.
Hello.
Rosie!
Hi, Dad!
Dad? Oh, surely not another Trevannion to deal with.
Rosie! Hello!
There's a sight for sore eyes, eh? What are you doing here?
Oh, I got expelled from veterinary school for setting fire to a lab rat.
You did what?
Joke, Dad.
Oh.
I asked her to come. I thought she could help out, you know, with Alice not being here.
Did you know?
Yes, that's what we do. We muck in.
Well, I'm sure I'm perfectly capable of picking up any slack.
Oh, don't worry, I won't tread on anyone's toes.
No, please do. Everyone else does.
Sorry, Ed. Rosie, Ed. Rosie's training to be a vet in Cape Town.
Oh, another vet. Well, if we can get some quarantine pens sorted out, you might have some animals to look at.
Great.
And you know, and you say it was great being back working with the animals, but not strictly speaking true. There's a hyena which we're going to show now, and it wasn't a laughing hyena. Let's put it like that. Tell us the situation.
I kind of went into the pen with a hyena, which I wasn't really prepared for, and it nearly took my hand off. Got very quick reflexes, so I managed to move quite quickly. But yeah, it was very close to taking off my thumb.
Okay. Tell me about this this whole situation of why you had left the series. This wasn't part of the plot. I mean, they had to write this out.
Yeah.
Just being you, being an actress, doing things like that became a lot for you to do.
Yeah, it just, I mean, I was so lucky that I was working and constantly being busy, and I'd gone from Corrie to Wild at Heart and doing a Ken Loach film and planning the wedding, and I just decided that I wanted to start married life off in the right foot and not be away from my hubby for 6 months. So I took time off work to enjoy married life and be with Al, and we got a dog and managed to, you know, see my family and friends a lot more, and also just get refreshed as well. I was quite exhausted, so nice to step out of the limelight, and it's nice to sort of get back into it as well now.
And now that you've got back in, do you have doubts about yourself, whether you can still do it, or do you come back with more energy? Or?
I did initially, yeah, but as soon as I got on set, wow, I could not believe it. It just all came flooding back. I knew exactly what I was meant to do. I loved it. I had the passion back for it again, which was great, and I just got straight back into it.
Now, Alan Hudson, who plays Tyrone.
Yes.
Well, we say Tyrone back home. You say what do you say? Tyrone.
Yeah.
Of course, he's not your husband. He's not your husband.
He is.
When you were on the street, was he your husband?
No, we were sort of like secretly dating for the first few months that we were. When I was working on the street, not on the street, on Coronation Street, and then we sort of started seeing each other and got engaged, and that was the time that I just wanted to have a bit of time off when we got married.
So what is it like, just sharing your experience as somebody who works with their real life partner as well? How do you view the idea of working with your real life partner?
I I'd love to actually, because we were kind of, when I was leaving the show, that's when we started getting together. So I'd love to work with him. Although I guess when you go home, do you have much to talk about, you and Ruth? Do you?
Oh, we have lots to talk.
Oh, do you? Oh,
yes.
that's okay.
It's usually arguments, you know. She said, I can't believe you said that about me when I had to leave the studio today. So this is Mr. and Mrs. Halsell working together.
I didn't think you had a boyfriend.
I haven't.
You have one in Sheffield?
What's it to you?
Just asking, because I like you.
Good. Like you too.
Yeah, no.
What are you doing?
Kissing you.
Well, don't.
But I thought you...
I know what you thought. Get me here, get me drunk, get me into bed.
No.
Yeah, don't lie.
But you know I like you.
You're really sweet. The thing is, I don't fancy you.
What embarrassed you most about that?
Seeing myself then. Wow, that was 10 years ago. That's embarrassing. We both look so young as well. God,
And
how
can you
we've
see what you
changed.
saw in him? What made you fancy him?
Oh yeah, he's gorgeous.
Yeah, you see, because it all comes alive there. Now, anybody who may mistake, when you do Wild at Heart, you've made this vow not to wear the wedding ring of your vows. Why?
Well, I didn't initially take this to South Africa just because I was scared. I'm working 12-hour days, 6-day weeks.
Show everybody your ring there. Hold that up there to the camera.
Ooh,
there we
I
are.
don't know where I'm showing it.
There we are.
There
you are.
Ta-da!
Okay,
I love
so
it.
yes, lovely.
So I bought a cheap one from Marks and Spencer's and took that instead, just in case it got lost.
Because as the character Rosie, you wouldn't be wearing a ring.
No, absolutely, yeah. And it would literally have been in my dressing room, and I would have hate to anything to happen to it. So yeah, it left it at home.
Lovely, good girl. Okay, so that's Wild at Heart, and we're going to see the big reintroduction of Lucy Joe as Rosie, and that's it's Sunday night, isn't it?
Yeah,
Sunday night. Okay.
8:30.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Right.